Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Christmas haul of the 8 or 9 books that I received as gifts for Christmas. I think it's 9. Two of them are, no, it's 8 because 2 of them are non-fiction and 6 of them are fiction. So I'll get started with the first one, and I'm just literally going through a pile. This is in no particular order, and that is a pocket Lonely Planet's Pocket New York City Guide. If you don't know, you don't follow me on Instagram or anything like that, I'm going to New York in a few days. On the 5th my uni course is going, so my mum got me this little pocket guide to New York and I'm so excited. The second book that I got for Christmas is Rose of London by Ben Aronovich. Let's just go with that. I'm not great at pronouncing names. As far as I'm aware, this is kind of Harry Potter meets the police. Basically it's a police detective called Peter, and London isn't exactly as we know it. There is stuff going on that is very mysterious and is sort of magical, mystical, and the main character tries to take a witness statement from someone who's already dead, which I guess is probably somewhere near the beginning. I'm just like really excited by this. I've heard really great things. It's not too long and it just sounds really fun. I think there's more in the series of this, so if I do enjoy it I'll probably pick one of those up. But it just sounds really interesting. Again, something that I heard about this was like something that I heard someone say, I think, or read somewhere, was this is sort of, again, Harry Potter meets the police meets the force, which is a very interesting concept. What I got for Christmas is The Jewel by Amy Ewing. This is just, I think it's dystopian, and it's basically about, I think, a society where a lot of women can't have children, and so women, young women, I think the main character's called Violet, basically get sold to become surrogates for wealthy families or people in the nobility, and it's a story of Violet and what happens to her. The next one is Grave Mercy by Robin Lathovers, something like that, and this is about nuns who are assassins, young girls and women who are trained by the god of death to be his assassins, and I find the whole concept really interesting. It's in a series called His Fair Assassins, and I think each book is centered around a different young woman. This one is she's called Ismay. Let's go with Ismay. And I think these are pretty much historical fiction, but obviously god of death isn't in this context isn't real, and it's just a really cool, like, I find the concept really interesting. It sounds really cool. Nuns who are assassins. I'm excited to read this because it just sounds so interesting, so intriguing. The next book is Eon by Alison Goodman. I have heard amazing things about this, mainly and particularly from Katrina from The Little Book Owl, and this book centers around a character called Eon, or Iona. In this world there are such things as dragon eyes, and they have something to do with dragons, whether they train them or whether they are mass of them, I don't know, but you can only get boys can do this. So Iona hides herself sort of a bit like a Mulan, and disguises herself as a guy, as a boy, to train to be dragon eye. I'm not sure whether you're actually meant to know that, but I know that from watching Katrina's videos. I think it's Katrina from Little Book Owl anyway. And yeah, this just sounds really interesting. Another of the books I got for Christmas is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins, and this centres around the lives of the children of demons and angels, or fallen angels, and is to do with temptation and sin, and each of the children is something to do with one of the, is it 7 deadly sins? Yeah, 7 deadly sins. And yeah, the cover is like stunning, kind of reminds me of a dress from Gossip Girl, and it sounds like a really fun concept, and I'm really interested to see what happens. The final fiction book is The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. I first heard Regan from Peruse Project talk about this, and it sounds incredible. A century earlier to when the book is set, the Great Disruption happens, and every continent is thrown into a different time period. So from prehistoric to what we would call futuristic, each continent is in a different time zone, and explorers and map makers are trying to lay out and figure out each continent that is the world. And I think the story focuses on a girl whose family are explorers, and it is something to do with that, which it just sounds incredible. Like, each continent is a different time period. That's like, just sounds amazing. And the final book is one that my mum got me, and it is What We Wore, A People's History of British Style. If you don't know, I'm doing a fashion degree, and I think we were in Urban Outfitters and we saw this and my mum picked it up for me. It just sounds so cool. I flicked through it a little bit and it looks amazing. Some of the photographs are just so fun, and there's just so much cool stuff in it. Looking back on the history of what people in England have been wearing, and the trends and the styles from the past decades, which sounds really interesting. So those are the 8 books that I got for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like and subscribe if you did, and if you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of them. Let me know if you'd like to hear any reviews of them once I've read them, and I'll see you next time. Bye.